All right, everybody, we're going to be watching Deadpool and Wolverine, the new trailer. It has been very hard to avoid this, but you actually had a chance to watch this, correct?
Sorry. Yeah, I actually did. I was like rolled over in bed, grabbed my phone, and was like, oh, the trailer's up. So then just started watching it from there. So yes, I'm going in with one viewing.
And I'm going in blind. So here we go. In three, two, one.
A few minutes later.
I mean,
Micro interrupted.
God, that's everything
Disco dust.
that's everything I wanted. It's so good. It's
Yeah.
so
Oh
good.
my god. Yeah, that looks flawless. I have no critiques. It looks like there's a ton of humor still. The whole what happened to, or this Wolverine let down his whole universe, like, or let down his whole
Yeah.
world. I have no idea what that's about. I don't. Do you have any
Same. So
thoughts there?
is this our Wolverine? Because I know they talked about how the Logan movie is still canon. So
Right.
is this a different Wolverine than it from one of the many timelines?
I I think so. Maybe they're gonna try to merge it together and like you didn't stop Professor X and like he killed all of your X Men, so it's your fault. But I don't know. To me, it feels like a different Wolverine than what we got in Logan, which I'm cool with.
I'm cool with that too. I also wouldn't mind some timey-wimey stuff where whatever happens in this movie saves the timeline, so Logan then go back to his timeline and live it out properly. Where then he takes
Oh,
care of
okay.
Professor X. It almost
Okay,
sets
yeah,
up
yeah, yeah.
Logan.
Right. I thought about that too. I'm like, it's possible. I'm for it. But I mean, where could he have gone wrong that have let down his whole world in the first place, though? That I
Yeah.
no idea. I think that's what I love about this trailer is that there's so much goodness here. Like the relationship's perfect, the action looks awesome, the comedy's funny, and yet I still don't exactly know what the story is.
And
So this
and
is
I
great.
and I absolutely love that you could tell what happened was Ryan Reynolds was taken over to the vault of MCU and like they just spun that big vault wheel and opened it up and says, have fun. And
Yeah.
like we saw the big Ant-Man when he's giant man, basically like the head lifting up, and I'm like, that's the doorway into some bar or something. I was perfect. That's great.
That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. I bet that's where we have Pyro in there too. I don't know. It
Probably.
could be.
Yeah, probably. And I'm pretty sure that's a Doctor Strange portal, or a magical portal, we
Yeah.
could say, but Doctor Strange portal.
It looks very much like a Doctor Strange portal, though. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It seems like they're coming over to our main universe, which is freaking awesome. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of what else that we saw there. Yeah, there was
Well,
the Rob
Cassandra Nova
Liefeld
is what we
nod.
saw there too. What do you think about her?
I yeah, she looks awesome. I think that
Yes.
was solid casting. She looks like a female Professor X that we got from
Mhm.
the original Fox movies, at least the James McAvoy version.
Yeah.
And yeah, she looks super powerful. So this is gonna be great.
One thing that's crazy about Cassandra, she always looks like she's super powerful and sickly somehow. And I think
Yeah.
this actress is really
True.
nailing that. She just plays Diana in The Crown and stuff like that. Um, I'm interested to see how her and Logan get along, being that Logan is such a Professor X fan. And I bet in his timeline he somehow let Professor X die. It was probably part of the problem.
Because of
And
her.
so him talking to Cassandra will be like
Dude,
another level thing.
dude. Okay, okay. We just saw what happened in X-Men '97 with Genosha. I know we there was some debates online whether it's Cassandra Nova or Bastion, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I think we're still leaving the door open for Cassandra Nova. What
Mhm.
if this Wolverine is getting blamed because she started the Wild Sentinel on Genosha, killing all those mutants, and somehow Wolverine gets blamed for it, and that is the tie-in to this Cassandra Nova in the Void.
I absolutely love that because yeah, the attack on Genosha is one of the more pinnacle. I mean, that the Hellfire Gala, like it's one of the more pinnacle moments in X-Men storytelling. That is perfect. And
Yeah.
because we're going to be introduced to Mr. Sinister pretty soon, like they're talking about how Mr. Sinister is going to be making a prominent role later on, it would
Mhm.
be a good time to kind of maybe tease that character a little bit too for the main street. Like that's what's the great. Now we're at the point now in the MCU where we don't have to sit there and like dive into Thor's backlog. We could go into the X-Men.
Right, right.
Everybody pretty much knows X-Men villains. So it's like Spider-Man villains, right? So you don't have to go deep in explaining them. You can just be like, yeah, Mr. Sinister, and most people are gonna know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they don't know the origin, they know the look. And it's
Yeah,
like
the look, yeah.
he's super iconic. So yeah, definitely. Oh my God. What a time, man. I can't even imagine. Like I do think there's gonna be a tease to her at the end of X-Men 97. I know a lot of people are like, she's not mainstream enough. And it's like, it's true. But if you say Professor X, evil twin,
That's
game
enough.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you gotta know. So, oh my God, this is...
I think they're going to go for as much chaos as possible. I think the idea is there. It's very much like, okay, so Deadpool 1 worked so well because the budget was low. Deadpool 2 worked well. It wasn't as good, but one of the favorite things about it was they subverted the marketing, which is something that we saw with Suicide Squad, the reboot Suicide Squad. They subverted the marketing. And I think this one, the idea is that, hey, we're just going to give Deadpool as much money and access as possible. What's he going to do with that? And he's just going to like shoot fireworks out of his ass because he can. Like, that's the idea, I think, behind this one. Is like, what happened? Like, the fact that they're mentioning Feige a few times, like we saw it, like, that is exactly what we wanted. And we're going to have like probably Mickey Mouse references. And, I think it's good. I wouldn't be surprised. How crazy would it be if he brings in like the Steamboat Willie thing just because he can? Like, oh, I'm going to use this one. Like, oh, wait a minute, I don't have to anymore. Let me use the regular one or whatever. Like, that'd be fun.
Oh my God, that would be pretty wild. Yeah, and they've never done anything like that with Mickey before. I'm like wondering if they... No, they could, maybe. I don't know. One at a time, right? Like, we have no idea what kind of references they're going to be able to pull in. You're going to have all of the Fox stuff. You're going to have all of the Marvel stuff. And you're right. Maybe we'll have some Disney stuff. I mean, he literally says, right, I found the guy who killed Bambi. No. That was the tagline Ryan Reynolds posted to his Instagram. He's like, I found the guy who killed Bambi. And then it played the trailer. Oh, my God. This is so good. So good.
Oh, it's a good time to be alive, guys. We're feasting good. And you know what? I'm happy that this is the only Marvel movie coming out, like a real Marvel movie. We all know what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's nice because a lot of times it would be diluted like a few months later on with the next, like, Falcon and the Winter Soldier type of thing.
Right.
So it's nice that we get to take this whole year to focus on just Deadpool and his introduction and the X-Men's introduction. I mean, this has really been the year of the X-Men introduction back into the MCU and stuff like that. That feels really good. So,
oh my God. As a lifelong X-Men fan, this has been one of the best years in fandom ever. I think this, and was it 2001 when the original X-Men movie came out? That's like, I was absolutely like over the moon, and I'm like over Mars now. I mean, this is just like insane that, especially like 20 something years later, we're still getting awesome X-Men stuff. Oh my God. The suit looks cool. I love the fact too, we didn't even get to see him in the cowl yet. And I think we will see him in the movie, like Wolverine in the cowl. But the arms, like the sleeves coming off too, was like, that's a nice touch because I love both looks too. I gotta say, when the sleeves are on and the sleeves are off, they both feel awesome. Like, one's more like professional X-Men, the other one's like, oh, I'm hanging out with Deadpool today. And they're both, they both had the right vibe. And then, so you were mentioning, like, first off, we have Wade Wilson with golden guns. I like how I could totally imagine either him being gifted those by Thanos, or he went to some universe where he saw some golden guns and just took them. Maybe he took them from 007 himself. Like, there's literally anything that can happen, and I love that. Yeah. This is meta on meta on meta. This is what Facebook wishes it was. Like, this is just like meta squared. Like, oh my God, this is crazy. Yeah.
All right, guys, let us know in the comments what you guys thought about this. Hit us up on our social medias. Give us some feedback on this. This is great. But man, I'm ready to go. Can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking about this one a lot.
For sure. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.
All right. Aloha.